How you guys doing? Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Haven't done one of these in a while, but tonight we're just gonna chill with the 4,400 gallon tank, and we're gonna take you on just a little bit of a tank tour. Everyone that lives in the 4,400 and what species are in here. Alright, so let's start things off. This tank is looking oh so great. The water's so clear, the decorations are looking awesome. Everyone seems to be loving this tank. You guys can see in this back corner we kind of placed a little branch there and a little branch there in the back corner. We did that when I was cleaning the glass the other day because there does get a nice biofilm on this tank and it makes the tank appear cloudy, but I know it's just biofilm and I got to get in there and clean the tank. So the water's always crystal clear though. But back to the gist of the video. We are here touring this 4,400 gallon tank. For those that don't know, this tank is 14 foot wide, 7 foot from front to back, and 6 foot tall. The front panel is just over 3 inches thick. It is one solid piece of acrylic. The tank is FRP, that stands for fiberglass reinforced plastic. And this tank is basically an industrial beast. We haven't had no problems with it. Absolutely love this tank. But who inhabits it? Let's start off with the guys on the bottom. We have a Niger catfish. These guys are wicked awesome. They got them spines all the way down their sides. These guys are a force to be reckoned with. When you're trying to pull these big boys out the tank, they can mess you up, so you always got to be careful of them spines on their side. Down here we have marbled catfish, or achara catfish, or Peruno cats. They are all synonymous. There's actually a couple different species in here of the marbled cats. There's a couple back there. Can't really show you the difference on them because they're in the back, but there is just a little minute difference on the pattern. Now this guy right here is a Liarius pictus. This is a sailed fin marbled cat. You guys can tell it by the big sail fin up here, and then he's got this white band that goes over his belly, and they lose that as they mature. But they are a sweet, sweet catfish. Now moving over here, we have a stingray. This came from our friend Vincent Wu, and he is a black diamond hybrid, and he is the only stingray that is in this tank. We promised that we would give him a good home, so he is in here because we don't want them to breed with the rest of our breeder stingrays over here. So he gets to live in the 4,400 gallon all by him lonesome. All by his lonesome. Sorry guys, I had just gotten out of surgery for my wisdom teeth, so bear with me now. Alright, next up, we saw the catfish. There's actually one more. Where's he at? There goes my boy. That is a Lince catfish. He comes all the way from South America. These guys are constantly moving all over the tank just like a shark. But these guys are very, very rare in the hobby, but they are unique, and he is one of my favorites in the tank. Now, the reason they're so rare is because they're super duper hard to ship. Most of the time you ship these guys and they show up DOA. So you might have an importer ship in 10 and 3 might only make it alive. It's been happening way too long in the hobby, so to find one local here, I would never ship one of these guys in myself, but we found this one local, so I just had to have them. These guys are a gem in the hobby. Now we've got last catfish here. This is the African giraffe catfish. Look at that nose. Big guy. He's closing in on 30 inches. Now I think that does it for all the catfish in the tank. Let's move on to this guy. This is a jaguar cichlid. Look at those patterns. Very attractive fish. And of course we have clown knives. There's probably about 7 of them in here, all different sizes, all different kinds of patterns. That one's kind of your normal clown knife pattern, just a single row of dots, very clean. Then you get stuff like these guys, oddball patterns, oddball. He's got kind of peanut shapes. They normally don't always look like that. Now we can move on to some more common things like the Oscar. This is a 16.5-inch Oscar. He is a big boy. There's my hand next to his face. Big boy. Now this is a Vieja Sinspilis. This is a type of South American cichlid. Now he has his counterpart. Where is he at? Let me find him. We've got the Vieja Sinspilum back here in the corner. They are distinct relatives. Now we've got even Midas in here. We've got that one with the white and the orange around his eyes. Kind of looks like lipstick on his lips as well. And then we've got the normal red color. These guys surprisingly get along with everyone in the tank, which is not always the case. We have iridescent sharks in here. This one is named Cecil. We've got our xanthic iridescent shark. That is Schwarzenegger. He's one of our mascots. We've got giant gouramis. This is Heisenberg. And then we've got a smaller giant gourami here. We have a red-tailed giant gourami here. And they all seem to be playing along, getting along nicely. Now we have this Atlantic tarpon. He is going to grow into an absolute beast. I can't wait until we move him out to the monster pond. But he does have some growing to do. So these guys can get 6 foot long. When that boy is that big out in the monster pond, it's going to be fun feeding them guys. Now what else? We have the Phoenix barbs. Super attractive barb. They come all the way from Asia. These are the Spinobarbus denticalis. I might have butchered that scientific name there, but I at least try and say them when I can. Now we've got tinfoil barbs, and then we have lemon barbs. These guys are definitely one of my go-to barbs. They resemble a tinfoil, but they have that very awesome yellow spinach, and their scales look a little bit different. So you can see the lemon barb there and the tinfoil barb there. That's nice, but man, is that awesome. All right, let's move on here, guys. Oh, we have the Giardini Arowana, also known as the Saratoga. These guys come from Australia, and normally they have a little bit of an attitude on them, but this guy seems to play nice. We rescued him from New York, and he's been getting along with everyone, but he's got some very awesome patterns on him. Look at that. All them spotting on his head. You normally don't get Giardinis that look this nice, and we got very lucky with this guy. He came in a little bit beat up, but we nursed him back to health, and now he roams this tank. He gets to call this awesome 4,400 gallon tank home. And of course up top, he's joined by a couple of his silver Arowana friends. There we go. Look at them big boys. There goes the third one. All right, we've got another Oscar here. This is just a red Oscar, but he is also large. He is 16 inches. Right up here we have a, not a xanthic. What am I saying? That is a melanistic tropical gar. He's been here for over 10 years. We've had him for quite a long time. He's a hidden gem here at the OFR. All right, what else are we looking at in here? We've got some black belt cichlids. This guy is, he's a neat one. You see, he's kind of got that Zorro mask on him. But you come over here and look at this black belt, and he looks nothing like that. So he's a special little guy. I definitely like him. All right, now we have black-eared Pangasius or black-eared Peroon sharks or Pangasius larnauti. These guys are a little bit harder to come by, but they are the cousin to the Peroon shark. They only get about 5 foot long, so they're a bit bigger than your normal iridescent sharks, but they are smaller than your Peroons. Like this guy right here is a short body Peroon shark. Now I'm not sure how big he will get because he is already 2 years old and he's probably only about 14 inches or so. So I'm not sure how big he will grow, but we definitely intend on finding out. You can see back there we've got a Florida gar hiding in the 4400 as well. Let me see, what else can I find in here? Are there any more fish hiding? Ooh, I don't think so. I think we covered them all. So I'm just gonna sit here and let you guys enjoy this awesome view on this tank before we say goodbye for the night. These guys are just so majestic. I love sitting in that seat right there and just watching this tank. So I'm gonna sit down with you guys and we're just gonna gaze at this awesome beauty of a tank. I love how clear the tank is. You can see right to the back wall. I do have to clean the front panel of it. I've been slacking in that sense, but still very, very awesome. Everyone just seems so relaxed. There's no fighting going on. You just get to come out here and watch the fish do their things. Now I want to try and add something to this tank and spice it up. I can't do fake plants because the gouramis tear them up, the cichlids tear them up, the catfish uproot them if they were normal plants. You got stingrays in there. So I try and do more of like hardscapes. See, like this is an awesome hardscape. So I kind of want to do something to tie in more into each back corner. I wish I had more of these logs that I can make more structures in the back corner and maybe something in each front corner, but I'm not quite sure yet. I definitely like the addition of doing the log in that back corner and that back corner. It definitely tied the tank in more as a whole, but I definitely want to do something else. So if you guys happen to have any ideas, let me know, but I'm trying to stick with hardscapes. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will circle back around and I will do tank tours of the rest of our tanks, and you guys can stay up to date with what we're doing here at the OFR. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.